it works even better when you unmute yourself. Like there was also once the observation like that you're muted, by the way, as it was also on the stream trailer as a joke. Like yes, this time even noticed it oneself that was muted, so it's a good start. It has of course been a while, been quite busy with conventioneering, and even there's this pesky thing known as day work, which has lately been, would put it as less than optimal overall load wise, one might put it. But yes, we do have both altogether new suit head, which has a bit different color scheme compared to the things this one has usually had before. So indeed something altogether new, and hopefully you like. It was very nice acquisition, all things considered, so very happy about the new form, and indeed hopefully you do enjoy seeing them here. And indeed we do have altogether new costume also, as noted humorously. It's from a different shooter, but what can you do? This also worked out really well comparatively, considering it took a while to actually get everything to settle to place, but then would say that it was certainly worth the effort to prepare for doing some Fortnite tonight, because of course it has to be a shooter, and the Skulldog is already in the box to go to 13th East, the unlucky 13. So like the East 7 at Ringberg was the lucky 7, just as Eurofluence back when Eurofluence moved to the Ringberg house, it was the unlucky 13. So in that respect also it's kind of a full round that now we also at East have the unlucky 13. So indeed departing towards East gradually tomorrow after work, so the Skulldog is already packed, so no Doom this time, but would imagine you are happy enough with the new form, would say. And of course there's very nice NFT for mohawk that can be fluffed and styled, so very happy about that. And in general the colors and the overall looks a bit different, and certainly very much enjoying the slight change of form and style. So in that respect also very happy to introduce her to all of you. So let's then gradually move towards the game, though of course we before that also do show the bodysuit, which hasn't really been shown much yet. So indeed it's the D.Va from doing Overwatch, which is of course very fitting for Fortnite, but got this from one very recently, and of course it should be put to good use, so suited up and got everything settled to place, and even the new head works quite well. Did do handling test yesterday for how this handles on stream, and it handles actually much better than expected, just looking at the head. So also in that respect very happy overall. Hopefully you have all had a good weekend, and let's then see about playing a few rounds. Let's see how long we long we last. Not going to probably have a very long stream, as also doing full day of work and then traveling with whatever remains of the rail traffic here, because they are also doing track renovation, so will be interesting. Train travels south to then the next morning at like 6 a.m. depart towards east, so yep, it is what it is. And yes, also this suit has the really nice forked tongue. Do like it a lot, and it does show very well, considering the jaw set is actually quite sensitive when one considers it. Very happy with the overall dynamics of this suit, also for streaming context. It's very nicely possible to also show off the forked tongue. So let's then, let's then see about moving towards the game gradually. Might show the bodysuit off a bit again also. But yes, let's then proceed towards the game here and see if we are totally rusty or worse. Have not played Fortnite much, like since early this year when did a couple of streams, so of course feel free to comment on the new suit head or anything else in the chat too. And we are dropping no frames, which is surprising. Wow. Let's raise like thumbs up for that, considering what kind of internet there is in this corner of the woods. So also in that respect happy that it actually works quite tolerably. So let's then switch to the game here. There we are, and we do of course have the ever fancy xenomorph, which still rather like for the Fortnite avatar. It's very effective looking, especially because you can actually put the, if you look at it, you can actually put the black jump sets from the kind of like whatever cuddle team mecha thing, you can actually put the black jump sets on top of the xenomorph, and it looks even more sinister. They work surprisingly well for the xenomorph because they are black, and they actually sit rather well on the xenomorph, so you can make it even more menacing with the shadow jump sets. Yep. So that's kind of a funny combination. Also the other good one is the red bow on the xenomorph, which also have sometimes done. And do not really know the current Fortnite map at all. It has most probably changed at least once since have last played, so that's a great start. Here we go. Right, we do have this loading screen, that's all. Oh, hello there, Ruby. Thank you. Indeed, the Xeno is such a nice avatar. Always like the Xeno. And thank you for joining us always. Always appreciate seeing you around. It's nice that you also, in addition to seeing the posts sometimes in the channel, do join the stream. It's always appreciated, of course. Alright. Unsurvived nowadays has to always prepare shaders. Like, yeah, we do have a new GPU, but does it have to every time calculate the shaders? Right. Looks interesting. Alright. Thank the bus driver, very good. And we know nothing about the current Fortnite map, so let's just jump down somewhere and think we know what we are doing. The wingback looks nice also. Had apparently at some point chosen a wingback. Nice. Alright. First player down. And we even got a gun. Considering the overall visuals in this suit, very happy at this level of starting, considering it's not very, the visual acuity overall with this suit is moderate. It did kind of see how well it handles. It handles very well as far as the jaw and everything, but it doesn't have quite the best, the kind of, you can't really even see the mesh. It's very well done, but the problem is that it gives very limited contrast, so it's not as bad by far as the jackal, which is atrocious. Ah, hello there, D.Va. Let's greet you properly in a bit, because as we know, especially reading the chat and or greeting viewers. Alright, we do even have like we do have even sights. We do not have that many bits of we don't have that many bits of ammunition, but it is what it is. And indeed, it's the first time in a while that have actually made it all the way to streaming, so also very happy about that, as busy times lately. Right, we do have at least small, so let's consume those at least as far as possible, and then good, we are holding let's see, like, beat them with the sword, die by the sword. Yes. Unsure how, considering how difficult it overall is, we are practically performing miracles in comparison. Because this suit isn't the best one for the suiters, at least yet. And it's like, alright, how about performing miracles? Like, it's the first time in a while that I've actually beaten someone with the sword. and we even have, right, we do have two weapons with exactly 28 shots. It's a start. Additional equipment would be nice, but we have already had 2 eliminations with pretty much on a prayer. Right. Whatever. Yeah. Do not think we are going to make this. Yep. Alright, 61. That's good when you consider like you were shotgun and might have had ammunition for the other gun, but that doesn't really matter that much. It's pretty good start when one considers how considerable handicap still this suit is vision wise, because it has very well done mesh for having only you can't even really see the mesh in place, but it's very hard to also see well through it. So let's then, alright, and we are about approaching half an hour in, so let's at least do an hour, if not more. We'll see how this comes together. But yes, let's greet D.Va and others properly. There we go, and indeed, welcome to the stream, and hopefully you have had good weekend this far. So, and of course we'll show also the new bodysuit of a bit. There we go, and very good. Let's try another match next here, shall we? Right. There we go, and next match please. All right. Alright, let's see where we go this time. We still do not have very good idea of the map. Alright, clearly a gun is not worth the sword. For some reason we have been performing miracles in that respect today. Unsure how, but willing to take that. Right, there are quite a few barrels, would like more weaponry also, but sure. Almost full shields just with those, sure. So yeah, chest, nice. Right, modular, whatever, auto shotgun, sure. And right, we can hide in the trash bin. Right, it's like a microbrewery, very fancy. Not bad, alright, so you can have, and even more shotguns. Would be nice to have also other things than shotguns. Quite a few chests, alright. Do you think the assault rifle might replace? Even for that we have like very few ammunition. Let's see how we are positioned vis-a-vis the storm. Alright, not too bad. So let's see then. And again we are at the flower farm. Right. Let's see if we can break some havoc here. Or at least get shot ourselves. Alright, that went well. There's the other guy there. Alright. Would be nice to have also some medikits. Alright, we have cabbage. Alright, there are bandages here. So actually use the bandages achievement incoming. There we go. That's the maximum for bandages, so then we have to use the shield potions as far as that goes, and we are good enough. And for this gun we even have good amount of ammunition, so right. Guns and ammunition. Even more shotguns, of course. It's always a shotgun apparently lately. 3 eliminations considering the moderate visual handicap. Will take that any day. Alright, we have been here. This was actually the compound we started in, so let's continue towards mid zone. Right, there's something going on. Let's see if we can do something about it or get ourselves killed. I'm quite unsure in what sense building the wall is useful, because unless you do like the Fortnite tower, you're always late. Because you're practically building the wall when you're already in a firefight. You can, instead of building the wall, you're practically losing moments you can use putting fire towards your opponent. So it seems like building the wall at that point is waste of time. But debatable. But do at least oneself view it as if you start building the wall at that point in time, you're practically just throwing time away, because you could as well be putting bullets towards your opponent. Unlike if you build a tower like early on, and then you have all the advantages that come with that. Whatever that is. Because can't quite make out what it is. The symbol doesn't look like the familiar ones. Yep. That is a player because it bleeds. Would be nice to have a... Alright, that's a shotgun. Was about to say that would be nice to have a gun with sights, but you have to shoot with what you're shooting. Like it is what you're shooting with. Oh, bullets. Yeah. That is probably something very useful that do not know from current state of the game. Ah, hello there, Struggle. Reading the chat is unhealthy, but in any case, with the new suit we have a bit of visual handicap, so surprised even at this performance. Like this is really high performance compared to the amount of visual handicap. And we have even some bullets. It's like, yeah, you have more shots for shotguns than right, shotgun time. Yep. Works. Right, that was some... yeah, yeah. How about a minigun? Actually very happy at the 25th position when one considers the amount of visual acuity that have. So that was really good match. Very happy. Let's take a look at you, fuzzies. There we go, and how are we doing? Alright, we do have pretty good viewership and are coming. Let's do at least an hour, because do need to also make a few changes to the suit head now that wearing it a bit longer. And indeed, for those who joined, this is a new suit, so nice. It's always good to apply so that you hopefully get a position, hoping good luck for you, and of course success with the applications then. But indeed, a new suit head, and also bodysuit that got recently from one first said, it's for a different shooter, but do be careful, not at all. It looks good, it fits well. Took a bit to get everything into place with this, but it's really nice. Oh, thank you. Very much appreciate hearing that from you, knowing. So let's then play a match or two more at least, considering do need to make some small modifications to the suit head now that testing it a longer time, but it's actually quite settling quite well, but do not think we'll do more than the hour before have done a few changes to it now that get overall longer term feel of it, but it's actually settling in quite well. So more matches. That's very possible if you message. We'll see when after stream do unsuit, but we'll see, of course. So let's then have a match or two more at least. We'll do the hour and see then how it is like, and then we see again how we are doing. Quite a few of you here today, so also very happy about that. So let's then move back to the game and see about another match. Actually that went surprisingly well, like top 25, much better than expected. Alright, breaking the rules can get you banned from voice chat. Do not think have ever used voice chat in this game. Demon's debris. Looks like there might be some special thing there, so let's instead jump to Outpost Enclave. There we go. Let's see, like the desert looking thing, whatever that is. Alright, there's some kind of arena and whatever. Unsure if this is hostile, so landing here might be interesting. We'll see. Alright, looks fancy. Alright. Shotgun to the head. Works. Alright, we do also have an assault rifle, so gradually getting it there. No, hello there, Riley. We are outside zone, so time to haul ass. I really like how well the jaw works on this suit. Another matter is need to make a few small changes to how it sits on the head, but it's totally doable. So it's right. Works. Another shotgun. Sure. And let's do the shield potion and medimist while we are here. Right. This is quite useful for quick healing. Would be nice to have more ammunition, alright, and we can get some bonuses also from the barrels. There we go. Alright. Getting back into the zone, and again the tulip farm. Apparently we really like the tulip farm. Right. How about shotgun? There we go. Maybe this assault rifle even has bullets. Some. It's better than nothing. Pistol. The burst pistol is better than gun with 0 ammunition, so fair enough. Right, we again have racked up 3 eliminations, so actually this goes better than expected considering the moderate visual handicap with this suit, but let's keep moving. Alright. They left and we also succeeded at ending up outside zone, so time to move. There we are. Low energy, alright, that's not an issue. We are back in at least like almost in zone, so yes, have thought about it, but they are not very easy to get. Plan to, but there are not that many who actually make them, and don't know if you who have done one, and it's quite hard to get molds for the rubber parts, so yes, have considered it, and it's not very easy to do, so yes, have thought of it. Alright, promisingly we have dystopia city, so sounds very desirable bit of real estate. It looks futuristic, so it most probably is what they promise. Alright. Jump sets and all. Do we then have like what dystopian police force or something? It doesn't look at least that bad. And they have shields, so also that's good. Alright, we are also getting shot from somewhere. Whatever that was. Hard to say because we are somewhat vision limited, but whatever. Let's move because we are again gradually getting out of zone, so yes, Ruby, that was quite fitting suggestion, but indeed it's not very easy to get one. Alright, the same shotgun. This isn't unfortunately an active vending machine that would sell guns or something. Right, there actually was a victory crown here, so about action. And yet another shotgun. As said, it seems we are getting very often shotguns. Also the zone is starting to shrink pretty fast, so time to keep moving. And again, alright, there's some kind of whatever odd hot springs here. Alright, that worked. They tried the usual strategy like stand still and build a wall. Alright, like blue burst pistol, sure. Right, plenty of burst pistols. We also annoyed the NPC. Oh well. How about a pleasant Sunday drive? Entering the hive. That's not promising. We do not want to go into the hive because most probably something bad happens there. Yep, there are some kind of special things and we do not want special things. We would like the more like get rid of the players because there are only 18 remaining. Alright, that went well. Can we like stay in the zone without entering the hive? At least to some degree. Hello there, Kisu. Alright, there's the edge of the zone, so keep on moving. Alright, we have only 12 players remaining, so let's see. Alright, 10 remaining. This is a surprisingly good match. All things considered. Alright, these are probably the hive things. We do not want to really fight anything extraneous currently. We would like to even like, because it's potentially a top 5 match, but apparently it's like pushing us very nice kind of centering of the storm, because it's like centered on the hive really. Let's see if we go to the very north of the circle, can we enter something else? Yep. Potential top 5 match. Yeah, 6 players remaining. Right, now we are not at least in danger of going into the hive. Didn't look like want to fight the hive insects today. Alright, we are still in the territory that we can actually do something with the small shield potion. Same shotgun, oh well. Alright, assault rifle. Yep. Yes, please. Now the zone is getting really small. This is already like, alright, we are top 5. This is already like the pretty end game phase. Right, wherever the other player is. There. Good. Alright, 4th. That went well. And do you think how the overall thing is working for me? Yeah, it's an hour. Do you think we are going to gradually finish here with so of the suit and also show the body suit a bit and need to tune this suit head a bit so that it sits a bit better, but it's minor issues. This is handles very well, and the vision is good enough for most games, so this handles surprisingly well for what it is, and the style is of course again something a bit different. So, and also of course we again give a good view of the bodysuit, and indeed this also remains available also for other suits, but this fits really well with this overall, the all the colors, everything, it fits really well with this. So very pleased overall with the visual result. So let's then see who we will raid and then finish here. So return to lobby. We got quite a bit of achievements, at least partially also in game, so that's good. Alright, we can close the game for now and see who we will raid. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will do more next time. After East will be about week at East, so in that sense will be a bit of a break, but we'll return after that again. Naoma is doing water park simulator. Blade Wolf is racing at Le Mans. Nerdaxic is also on, but NSF Wolves is also on. Let's see that they are doing the new Borderlands, which is quite nice. Also, let's see that they are playing. Looks like it, yeah. So let's go for them. NSF Wolves, always a good guy or a wolf. That should. Yes, that did it. Thank you all for joining and have a good rest of the Sunday, and we'll see you in about a week once return from East, departing late tomorrow after work. Be well.